If you're watching this, there's a good chance you've felt it before. That slow shift in how your family sees you. It's not just a misunderstanding or a bad day. It goes deeper. It's as if a version of you is being built behind your back, and somehow it's the one everyone believes. Today, we're talking about a dark psychology tactic used within families by jealous or competitive members. It's called narrative seeding, or what some psychologists refer to as preemptive reputation sabotage. Now, before we dive in, take a moment to like this video if you're interested in exploring psychology, emotional intelligence, and hidden dynamics within relationships. And if you find this content useful, make sure to subscribe and share it with someone who may need to hear this. Let's begin. Narrative seeding starts with subtle, consistent comments made over time. These comments are often framed as concern or casual observations, but their purpose is to shape how others perceive you, especially when you're not around to defend yourself. Here's how it plays out. Imagine a sibling who feels threatened by your independence or accomplishments. They may start saying things like, "She works hard, but she always needs attention." "He's doing well, but he doesn't have time for family." "She used to be so kind. I don't know what changed." These statements don't sound malicious on the surface. In fact, they come off as harmless. But over time, they influence how your family interprets your behavior. Even your silence or absence becomes evidence against you. The genius, and the cruelty, of this trick is that it's often invisible to the victim. By the time you notice, your reputation is already altered. The family starts viewing you as distant, selfish, arrogant, or even emotionally unstable. And when you finally speak up to defend yourself, it only confirms their perception. "See, she's so defensive." This tactic is most common in families with unequal emotional dynamics. For example, a parent who heavily favors one child may inadvertently empower that child to control the narrative. This can result in emotional triangulation, where alliances form, and the family becomes a power structure instead of a support system. It's especially dangerous in cultures where family loyalty is prized above truth. Victims are often told to keep the peace, forgive and forget, or worse, that they are the ones with the problem. So what kind of damage can narrative seeding cause? It fractures trust. It isolates the targeted person. It shifts emotional resources away from the victim. It undermines confidence, sometimes permanently. You might begin to question your worth. You might over-explain, over-apologize, or withdraw completely. And here's the real kicker. The person doing it often acts like the peacemaker. They maintain plausible deniability. They can cry, show concern, and appear innocent while continuing to manipulate perceptions. But how do you deal with it? 1. Recognize the pattern. Once you identify that someone is seeding negative stories about you, don't gaslight yourself into believing it's nothing. 2. Stop defending yourself unnecessarily. The more you justify, the guiltier you look. Your actions and consistency should speak louder than their words. 3. Limit information. The less material you give them, the fewer narratives they can build. 4. Keep your circle tight. Focus on relationships that feel emotionally safe and reciprocal. 5. Document it mentally or in a journal. Sometimes clarity comes in hindsight, and having a record can help you spot the manipulation more clearly. 6. Focus on your own integrity. You can't control others' perceptions, but you can control your truth. If this is something you've gone through, leave a comment below or just let me know how this lands with you. I read every message, and you're not alone in this. Let me remind you again, gently, if you're finding value in this conversation, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and feel free to share it on your social media. These dark tactics thrive in silence, and the more we talk about them, the less power they have. Here's one last thing to keep in mind. People who fear your independence, your growth, or your emotional clarity will always try to rewrite your story. But you don't need to argue with a lie to live your truth. If you've experienced narrative seeding, know this. You are not what they say you are. You are what you do, what you choose, and how you rise despite it all. Thanks for spending this time with me. If you'd like to be part of a deeper conversation, subscribe and join this community. I love hearing from you, and I look forward to connecting in the comments. Stay strong, stay aware, and protect your peace.